Welcome back. Let's get started. Lesson 8. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot, in fact, understand anything. At this moment, you may be thinking, okay, you lost me. I don't understand how I don't understand anything. You might even want to just shut the book and walk away. I encourage you to keep going and trust that understanding will come. The one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. To think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this because it is not really thinking about anything. The purpose of the exercises for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it is not really thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank rather than believing that it is filled with real ideas is the first step to opening the way to vision. The exercises for today should be done with eyes closed. This is because you actually cannot see anything, and it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, you are not seeing anything. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. Name each one by the central figure or theme it contains, and pass on to the next. Introduce the practice period by saying, I seem to be thinking about blank. Then name each of your thoughts specifically. For example, I seem to be thinking about name of a person, about name of an object, about name of an emotion, and so on. Concluding at the end of the mind-searching period with, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This can be done 4 or 5 times during the day unless you find it irritates you. If you find it trying, 3 or 4 times is sufficient. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or any emotion that the idea for today may induce in the mind searching itself. How about we just go for it? Spend about a minute searching your mind, letting the thoughts come, and remember we're doing this lesson with eyes closed. I seem to be thinking about how I didn't get to record a video yesterday. I seem to be thinking about my parents. I seem to be thinking about the show I missed. I seem to be thinking about my friend's birthday. But my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This lesson may seem very strange to you. You might be thinking, what am I doing? Why am I doing this course? It's so weird. Or maybe not. Maybe you think it's great. I think it's great. But I did feel like it was weird many times. The course is all about turning what you think upside down, opening your mind, helping you look at things in a different way. In order to do that, you're going to have to think differently, which means there may be lessons that don't make sense at first, but understanding will come. If you just stick with it, if you talk to other people working on the course, they have insight. And I find the most important place to ask for insight is to the universe, God, Jesus, your higher self, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it. In meditation, get quiet and just ask, what does this passage mean? Help me understand. And then quietly wait. Even if understanding doesn't come in that exact moment, I promise you it will come. One of my favorite parts of this lesson is in paragraph 2. Where it's talking about picturing the past and anticipating the future, and that those are just illusions. At first, that was really strange to me, to think that I was thinking of things that weren't real. But if you think about it, the past is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So to think about it, you're thinking about something that right now does not exist, and will never exist exactly in that way ever again. It's gone. And to think about the future is to think about something that doesn't exist yet and may never exist. I can't tell you how many times I have pictured something in my future going a certain way, and it doesn't go anywhere close to the way I think it's going to go. And so I spent all that time thinking about something that didn't exist, that wasn't real. To me, this lesson is a way of starting to wake up, starting to realize I've spent so much time on things that don't matter. That isn't to say that we can't learn from the past. We can. But dwelling on it is dwelling on something that's gone. And it also isn't to say that we can't plan for the future. We can. We can plan and prepare to a certain extent. But again, to dwell on it is to dwell on something that doesn't exist. So, as so many people have said before, all we have is now. And this lesson is helping us to get to that point where we can be truly present. People and beings that are truly present, you'll notice, seem to be the happiest. Dogs, they are so present. Cats too. Animals, they're just present. They're in the moment. They're not sitting there thinking about the past. They're not planning the future. They're now. And my dog is pretty much always happy. She is my spirit guide. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time.